Hi guys, this is Ben from Northwest Sasquatch Studies and Research. I am up in the site you saw again, doing a follow-up almost kind of thing. So a couple days ago, I'm pretty sure my friend had an encounter while I was talking to him on the phone. We were on live video and all of a sudden he had some weird stuff happen. He was telling me that morning that he heard what sounded like 3 wood knocks up behind the property he lives on. And I told him, just for research purposes and just curious, why don't you go out and do something for me? So I told him to go do 3 wood knocks. So he did. And this is around near midnight, because I got home from work and then he called me about, it was like 11:49, 11:40 or something. It was near midnight. It was around there, 11:30, between 11:30 and midnight. And he had, excuse me, my hand's falling asleep. We were just talking and about life and stuff, and he tells me that. But yeah, I had him go out there. He did that, and then all of a sudden, he said his eyes got big, and he said he heard a single wood knock. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna switch so I can hold it better. Like I figured, let's try to mimic it. I was half awake, so I'm trying to remember everything I told him. I wish I recorded it. Should have, but I didn't, because I don't know if you can record live videos. But I believe if I remember, I told him to mimic it, hit it again, and then I think what he said, it hit again. I can't remember how to ask him. But then I got all excited, and then I was like, he went back down to the shed, I think, where he was hanging out in at the moment. And then, if I remember right, I can't remember if he saw the eye shine before or after that. But at one point, he went back up, and he kind of has this oh crap look on his face. Like, oh, I'm like, what? And he told me he saw yellow to reddish colored eyes. And I still got to go up there and measure the height. And I was like, okay, well, at first I thought maybe it could be a cougar or something. I'm like, okay, don't run. And he goes back down, and you could hear movement out in the timber. And he went back down the shed, and he asked me, do Bigfoots throw rocks? And I'm like, they've been known to, yes. And he said he could hear what sounded like rocks hitting the tree and then rolling down a hill. And I was like, that's like, holy crap. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure something's going on. Like, I think you're having an encounter. That's what I told him. And I'm like getting really, really excited. And he's like, oh. And then later on, before I passed out, because I fell asleep on him on accident because I had a really long day at work. All of a sudden, he smells something that smells like death, like a rotten smell, like you like smelling a dead mouse or like something dead, ammonia death smell. And I was like, that's when I kind of got a little nervous, and I told him to shut the shed door, because if you're smelling it and all of a sudden you're starting to smell it, that means it's pretty dang close to you. And so that happened, and then the smell started going away a little bit, and then he I think he started hearing a little bit of crunching noises again. I can't remember. I have to ask. I'm going to try to do a second interview with him, see if we can remember everything that happened. Like I said, I should have recorded it. It was stupid of me, but I didn't know if you could do that. And at the heat of the moment, I didn't know. Like, I wasn't expecting this to happen, because he's told me in the 6 years he's lived up there, he's never had anything weird happen up there. And then this one day in the morning, he heard that. Then that night when I told him to do that, then that happened. And so now I'm up here where area I didn't really care to come back to because, well, up in the forest is the woods around is the property up in the national forest near there. I'm going to try to find, there's some roads near his house I'm going to try to get into too to see. Now I'm just trying to see if maybe something happens. I don't think anything's going to happen up here right now. It's too light out, but I'm going to start doing a little couple night investigations up here again. And then I got to do a follow-up up at his property. And up at the property he's at. And do measurements and do all that. I just haven't had time to get up there yet, and then he hasn't either. So, yeah, that happened. So now I'm back up here, and now I have a very, very recent report, activity encounter that I was kind of part of in a way, which is crazy to think about because I was talking to him on live video chat. And so yeah, now there's a new hot possible lead, and this area that he lives isn't far from areas that there are stories and reports out of about Sasquatch. So I thought that was pretty neat. So now I'm going to do some follow-ups. Probably even possibly camp up in here if we can find an area near that area, or maybe just camp on the stay the night on the property at his place and just listen and see what happens. And I'll let you guys know how it goes and do the follow-up. And I'm doing mapping right now on Katie's got Onyx and then I have Gia, and I'm trying to see how close it is to the house in these other areas. And there's 2 road systems I noticed that are near the property that I want to look at. But yeah, no. So that's what happened this weekend. So y'all have a good work week.